Hello and welcome to this playthrough video of Jason Tagmeyer's and Mike Mullins' Twin Stars Adventure Series 2. I'm going to play through the scenario Serve the Rabble today. This is actually scenario 12, Serve the Rabble. So a little bit of the context in the scenario. The most popular bar in the quadrant has bad food, 2 stools that aren't broken, and everything is sticky. But it's the only place to get Zin's tonic, and that's all that matters. When Zin left this place to us, do you think it was a reward or a punishment? Your reply is drowned out by the cries for more tonic. Okay, so for this scenario, we're going to need a bunch of tokens. Remember, you can always play these Twin Stars scenarios with coins, pennies, and such. If you want to, I'm playing with the deluxe tokens that I got from the Kickstarter and things. You get a little bag and a set of dice and all of the tokens, specific tokens for each of the scenarios. But you can play it with just pennies. So we've got a bunch of tokens here. Going to play it on the easy as usual. So I'll give myself 3 energy. And we're going to play it with these, with the 2 recommended characters, Mad Anxie and Gruffles. Now these are recommended more for the fact that they go with a theme. They might not be the best in terms of combinations and things, and we'll have a look at them in just a moment. I'm also going to play with the oversized scenario card that I got extra. I like to bling up this game. So let's have a quick look at the more about the scenario. So in Serve the Rabble, you're working another rowdy night at the inn. Busier than usual, and it's just the 2 of you. Start with your primary character as the server and your secondary as the bouncer, and all 6 customers waiting. You must survive the night to win. So here's our track at the beginning. So we're going to start here and going to move along. We need to get to 2 a.m. We're starting our shift at 8 p.m. And we'll finish at 2 a.m. So our server and our bouncer. So we'll have 6 customers here, and we also have this fight track going on here. So as we start rolling the dice and creating combos, we'll go through those as and when, and there's a couple of extra instructions here about what happens if a fight breaks out, or when we serve the rabble, and when we clean up. Okay. So I'm going to have Gruffles as my primary character, so that he's going to be the server. So Gruffles is a spotted rule handyman with a wicked backhand, and his special action, instead of rolling 2 dice, spend a energy to place a die on Gruffles and roll the other die. So before you even roll 2 dice, you can spend the energy, put it on one of his places, and then roll the other dice and put it on the other character. So here we've got quite a small skill check area here, the 6 and the 5. Got a double warning there. Only got 1 star, I've only got 1 check mark. And we've got these fatigues in this instant, and again we'll go through that. And Gruffles has 3 health there. So that's Gruffles. He's going to be our primary character, our server. Then we're going to have Mad Anxie as our bouncer, our secondary character. So Mad Anxie is a tentacled rule inn master that has seen it all. So again, like I say, this is to do with the theme. This is why these characters are the recommended characters. Now Mad's special action is on the fatigue. Can he spend an energy to ignore the fatigue, or spend a health to -1 to the dice? Okay. Now Mad Anxie's got 4 health there, you can see. We've got 2 check marks, only 1 star here, and we've got 3 warning marks here and 2 fatigues. And we've got on this warning mark, we've got a combo where we can raise the health of our other character. So again, so Mad's going to be my secondary character. Just put a token there just to mark that. Now we set their health at the maximum. Now, in this scenario, our bouncer just gets an extra health there, we see there, and our server also has this extra skill where we can spend a health to gain an energy. Okay, so we've got those to look at now. I didn't look at Mad Anksy's skill check ranges in the 2 and the 3, so got some fairly big gaps. So both those skill range is quite small here, and they don't overlap at all, and we've got some gaps. We've got no skill check on a 1 or a 4 at all. Now I usually struggle to win any skill checks with these two guys. So what we need our 4 dice. We're going to set 2 aside for the minute. We'll use those for our skill check, and we'll roll our 2 smaller die. So I've got this little clock for my time, to track my time. I've got this to get my fight track. I've got this little explosion here. Here are my waiting customers, my 6 waiting customers. All of their drinks are empty. So we'll flip them over when we serve them. Then I've got my energy tokens here just to use, just to buff me when I need it. Okay, so let's just get going. As with all of these scenarios, you just get going and it all starts to fall into place. So double 6. So can't really choose where to place them. So now the little bit of text here, if it's a combo, then I can add a health to my other character. Now that's not a combo because it's a warning. Now I've got an instant here for Gruffles. Now the instants are optional, and you resolve them straight away after placing the dice. Now, so I can move the health to any number, and then I place that die to that same number. So I could move my health to the 2 or the 1. Obviously I can't move it to the 0, so I'd lose the game, but I can move it to the 2 or the 1, which the 1's a star and the 2's a checkpoint. So but I have to then effectively lose a health there. Now what I can do, this doesn't really help. If this 6, if this had been on a checkpoint or a star, then I could have used that to manipulate and get a combo. So so I'm not going to use that instant there. So all we do, there's no combos matched up here, so we reduce one of the die and then re-roll the other one. Oops, so that's a 3. So placing this here, and unfortunately with Gruffles, the 3 is this double warning mark, so we're straight away on the back foot here. So the double warning is +1 to the fight track, and then I need to do a skill check for the bouncer, and if I fail the skill check I lose a health on my bouncer there. So +1 on the fight track, so we've got 3 points here. When it gets to this last point, then a fight breaks out and we have to do the fight condition. So I'm going to roll the green dice for my skill check. So I need a 5 and a 6 on one of them, and I need a 2 and a 3 on the other dice. So I've got a 6, but I've got a 4. So I failed the skill check. So then Mad Anksy loses a health. Now remember, he had this extra health at the beginning, so we lose that extra health just because it's the bouncer. and then that's it. Now we're at 4. So had a combo, so I pick up both dice and roll them. Oh, now it says here, after every combo, oh sorry, let's add this back in. I'm in trouble with the focus today. Here we go. After every combo, do a serve. So on a serve, you roll one die and replace their waiting token with a served token if they already were served when we add 1 to the fight track. So obviously my customers, they're numbered 1 to 6, so I need to roll one die and then serve that customer. So the 1 is served. Now the idea is, if I can serve the 3 front-end customers, then if I get a double check, I can clean, which means I can then empty their glasses and move my time track, plus 1 hour to my time track. A twin stars can replace any waiting token with a serve token and plus 1 to the time track, plus 1 hour, and a double check could be replace any waiting token or clean one area. So I have to keep remembering to do that. Serve on a combo. So I've got a 2 and a 1. Okay, brilliant. So got a 2 and a 1. Double check marks. So I can replace any waiting token with a serve token or clean an area. Now I haven't got an area to clean, so we just serve another one of my customers here. I'll serve that number 2. Like I say, it's better to try and fill up one of like a 1, 2 and 3 or 4, 5, 6. There's no advantage to kind of spreading them out at this stage. So I made a combo, so I also roll to serve, so I serve 6 as well, because remember, after every combo we do a serve action. Okay, so in this instance it's quite good, but if I've served quite a lot of people, even after I get a good combo, I could then end up plussing 1 to my fight track and maybe a fight breaks out. So again, we got a 6 and a 6. So no combo, reduce that down. I'm not going to do the instant. There's no advantage to doing the instant in that one. And a 1. So no combo here, is a check and a star. Now I'm going to need to take this die and reduce this one, because I can't reduce that any lower. But then with the fatigues only kick into action when you reduce a die to them. Okay, so if you were to place straight onto a 4, you don't do the fatigue, but if you reduce a die to where there's a fatigue, you have to take this option. It is required. So I need to plus 2 to this die. Now remember, I do have this special action. I could spend an energy to just ignore the fatigue, or I could spend a health to plus 1. Now plus 1 would take me up to the check mark. Okay, so I think I'll just do the fatigue because my 1 is there, so I would reduce down to here, have to do the fatigue, so plus 2 takes me up to 6. It does leave me on a warning mark, but if I get a warning on Gruffles anyway, I get the warning combo anyway, so it doesn't matter too much in that regard. So 4. Now this is a fatigue, but remember I'm placing on the 4, so it's not a worry. Now I don't want to reduce this die because that would take me onto the double warning, so I'm going to reduce my 6 down to 5. Got a 2, and we got a double check mark. So Again, replace any waiting token with a serve token or clean an area. Again, I can't clean an area, but I have now served a whole area, served all the front end customers. Okay, and I've got a combo, so I need to roll to serve. So I need a 4 or 5. I've got a 1, so 1's already been served. So if they've already been served, I need to +1 to the fight track. So I had to +1 to the fight track there. Here we go. A 4 and a 1. Yeah, so let's place the 4 here and the 1 here. Now I need to take this die into hand and reduce this one down. So I'm reducing that down to the star. So let's try and roll another 1. Yes, excellent. So the twin stars is replace any waiting token with a serve token and advance an hour. So serve token there, advance an hour. Okay, now it's a combo again. So I really need a 5, anything else than a 5, and I'm going to trigger a fight. 6. So 6 has already been served, so advance the fight track. So fight breaks out when you get to here. So with a fight, you need to shuffle the customers, then draw 6 and assign all customers from left to right. If the front or back has 2 or more waiting, then the bouncer loses a health. So he's obviously not sorted out the so we should be all right here. So just need to kind of shuffle up these tokens really without spinning any of them over, and then just put them back. So come out as they were, but then I had 5 anyway. So reset my fight track back up to the top, and roll again. Now when you clean, you do plus an hour. So 6 and a 5. So yes, here we go. So I can place the 5 here, and I can place the 6 here. Now remember, I've got this instant. Move your health to any number to place this die on that same number. So if I move my health to 2 on Gruffles, I can place my die on 2. Double check mark. Replace any waiting token or clean an area. So clean, clean is here. If an area is fully served, replace it with waiting tokens and plus 1 hour. Obviously having waiting tokens isn't great, but plus an hour is brilliant. So plus an hour. I'm now at 10 o'clock. Still got 4 hours of my shift left to go. I'm going to clean this front end. Okay. Now it's a combo. So I need to roll the dice to serve and see who I get. So I get a 2. So I serve customer number 2. Okay. A 5 and a 2. Ah, perfect. 5 and a 2. So this time I'm gonna fill up a glass. One of my waiting people. Got a combo, so roll 5. So advance the fight track because number 5 already had a drink. A 4 and a 1. So so I'll place the 4 here and the 1 here. Okay, so there's no combo. The fatigue I didn't reduce down to it, so I'll take this into hand. Reduce that down to 3, 6. Ooh. So again, I've got my instant mover health to any number to place this die on that same number. Okay, so I can move Gruffle's health down to 1 and place this die on a 1. Twin star combo. So we need to replace any waiting token with a served token. Okay. And plus an hour. Now at 11 PM. Just made a combo, so I need to do the serve action. 1. Oh, what a luck there. Served everybody. Now, the thing is, you can only get a clean on a double check, so that's what I'm looking for really. A twin star will advance my time track, but it won't clean any, and then I'll definitely get a fight breaking out. So a 1 and a 4. Got that 1 and a 4 again. So again, we'll put the 1 there and the 4 here. Reduce the 4 down to 3. Take the 1 into hand. A 2. So a star and a check mark, and not no combo. So reduce this down to a star. Take this into hand. Oh no. So it's check mark and a star. It's no combo, but I can't. If I take 1, I've got to reduce the other. If you reduce past 1, that gives you the double warning. So I've got a +1 to my fight track here. And do a skill check. A 3 and a 5. Oh, perfect. So 3 sits in there. Now, what we get is the 5 goes in here. Now, the 5 has got this bit which is a focus. Now, the focus is only activates if you skill check a successful skill check and you place the die on the focus. So I obviously have. I've got a 5. So we can get a gain and energy. Okay. So now, do we play? This is one of those ones. Now, obviously, I haven't spent any energy, so I've got the 3 that I had to start with. So, do I play where I add a 4th one in, or do I just not get that, skill, or not get the benefit of that focus? I'm going to play it where I get an extra energy. So I now need to remember. Now this is one of the things I'm bad with, is remembering to use my energy. So I can use the energy to ignore fatigue, or I can use the energy to place one of the die on the Gruffles and then roll just the other one. And actually, I think I'm going to do that straight away, because so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend an energy. I'm going to place on the 2, which is my check mark on Gruffles, because look, I've got a third of a chance to get. I've got 2 check marks on Mad Anxie, so I've got a 1 in 3 chance of getting a double check mark to clean the bar area. 5, yes, the gamble paid off. There we go. So I can clean one of the areas. Doesn't matter which area I clean really. So clean plus an hour. I probably forgot to do a roll for one of my combos, but I'll remember to do the roll for this combo. 5. No, they've already got a drink. I should have cleaned the back end customers instead. Advance the fight track 1, which means a fight breaks out. Okay. So So I need to shuffle up all my customers. How should we do this? Try and do it this way. It's quite a tricky one to shuffle the customers about. Just kind of move them about and then place them left to right. If the front or back has 2 or more waiting, then losing energy from my bouncer. So the back end customers have got 2 waiting, so my bouncer loses a health. Okay. Reset my fight track and roll my dice. 6 and a 5. Yes, so 6 and a 5. Okay, so 6, remember, move the health to any number and place this die in that same number. So actually I do want to go, so I'm going to move him up from a 1 up to a 2 and place a 2. Double check mark. So a waiting token to a served. There we go. And then a combo. So I made a combo. Ah, and a 4. Nice. Serve number 4. Off we go again. So that was at 12, wasn't it? 1 and a 5. So yeah, if I place the 5 here and the 1 here, so I'm going to take that into hand. So I reduce this down. Now I reduce it down, I get a fatigue. And fatigue, remember, I have to, is required. It says re-roll this die. So 5. Okay, so remember, I'm taking this into hand. This is the one I was taking into hand anyway. 2. No combo. Again, I don't want to really take that one, reduce this one and re-roll it. So I'm going to reduce this down to a check mark and roll this and hope I don't get a 1. 6. Now remember, move the health to any number and place it down that number. Now I can't move to a 2. So, and I don't want to move to a 3. So let's just take this into hand, reduce this down to 5. 5 and a 5. Check mark. No, so let's reduce this down and do the whole re-roll again. Here we go, so reduce that down, fatigue, re-roll this die. 4. No. So 4. Right, so let's, obviously I'm not going to reduce that down, so reduce this down to 3. Reroll this one, come on, a 1, 2. Okay. So again, let's reduce that down. Take this into hand. 3. Yes. So replace any waiting token with a serve token and plus an hour. So I've only got 1 plus an hour, but I've got a combo, so I need to serve. They've all got drinks, so my fight track's going to advance anyway. 2's got a drink, so +1 to my fight track, and then Oh, so I'm looking for one more time. A 2 and a 2. 2 and a 2. So let's reduce this down to 1. No, let's reduce this down to 1. Six. No combo there, so no plus in. So taking this into hand, reducing that down to 5. Come on, 2 or 1. Okay, so I'm going to have to reduce this down. So I need to plus 2 to this die, or I could spend an energy to ignore that fatigue. And then take this in the hand. Could have 4 fatigue here, so I'm going to reduce this down. This in the hand again. 6. Oh yes, so what I can do here is move my health to any number. To move it down to 1. Put my dice to 1. Replace any waiting token with a serve token that they've all served. So even if I plus 1 to my fight track, but then I add 1 hour to my time track, and I've reached 2 AM. I can end my shift. Everybody's served. Didn't have too many fights breaking out, and I win. Excellent. So it's a great game, this one. Serve the Rabble. Here it is. So Twin Stars Series 2, Scenario 12, Serve the Rabble. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps you learn how to play. And have a great day, everybody, and thanks for watching.